All right, Shia LaBeouf, let's do it. Do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit. And you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Oh, yeah, thanks, Shia LaBeouf, for Now on the Stream Mindset. Ooh, look at that flex. All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to be working out of this book. Whee! It's called 50 Ways of Syncopation. It's by Dom Moyo. It's a fantastic book. Highly recommend it. You can actually find a link to the book if you go on the /drum page, which is linked at the top of the screen. If you scroll down to the lessons section, I have this very first one that has like books that I recommend and whatnot. What mic do I have? Oh, speaking of, since you asked that question, you can actually find that at the top of this page. So the mic for the drums, I'm using the NT1000 by Rode, but the vocal mic is like the standard mic that most podcasters use. It is the SM7B as in banana, and it is by Shure. So you can find a link to it there, as well as all the other stuff. But anyways, so under the percussion stuff, you can find a link. Good morning, Nathan, on YouTube. You can find a link to some books I recommend. But the one that I'm playing out of today is 50 Ways of Syncopation by Dom Moyo. This link takes you to his shop. This is not an affiliate link, but most of these other ones are. So if you want to actually get this book, you can get it there. Dom is a phenomenal drummer, like good enough that Steve Gadd sends his son there for lessons. So that's telling you something. Okay, so we are going to be working out of that book, but I turned it into a spreadsheet for myself so I can actually practice it. We're going to start off with a warm-up. And we're going to do just the standard short, long. So we're going to do short notes on snare and long on the drum of bass. And let's see. So the last time I played through this, I played it at 170. It was meh. Okay, so let's try it at 165. We'll go back down again. Okay, so to play along with this, I'm going to use some of the charts that are on here. So I'm going to do the swung, and so I'm going to go to this 160 to 240 beats a minute, the swung charts. And right now, you don't have access to all of these. Some of these are going to be coming out later, like in the coming months, I think through July, actually. Maybe just June. But be able to play through this. Okay, so let's do this one you do have access to. And we go into the timestamps, and we could jump to 165 beats a minute. We'll see how my limb independence is. Also, we'll see how my thumb is. I was feeding Minnie last night, and I cut my thumb. It's like, what about dinner time is, like, cursed right now, because I keep injuring this hand. I think it's high enough that I'll be all right. Okay, so counts it off. There is a play along. You cannot hear the play along because I've got it muted. There's a weird, like, timing delay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't know why he's doing it. I think it's my mouse. Oops. Okay. Oh, scroll lock wasn't on. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Yeah, so Nathan, I'll show you the angle a little bit better in a moment, but it's so much more comfortable than having the arm up like this. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Oh, 1, 2, last chart. 1, 2, here we go. I like that chart, but, you know, I wrote it, so... Okay, so let me show you the overhead for this. So, I've got it set up right now. I actually want it to be a little bit further forward. The problem is, when I was setting up, the mic was in the way, the stand over here. But, so normally this would be a little bit more that way. So that way I can get to the floor tom a little bit better, so it's kind of covering it up a little bit more. But having the cymbal flipped like this, so it's actually pointing down, makes it so that I can keep it lower without having a weird angle. So like my stand could not go low enough as I wanted, and having it pointing straight up without it like having an angle on the boom that the cymbal would then hit. But if I play it like this, it's not going to hit the boom stand with the angle, and I can get it as low as I want. So it makes it so that I can be like almost like low enough with the snare, so I just barely have to lift up the arm just a little bit in order to actually play on the ride right here. So it makes it so much easier to be able to play along with it. I don't have, obviously, the mid toms. We've just got, well, technically this is the mid, but I don't have the third tom in the middle right here. So moving that out of the way, having more of a traditional jazz setup has just like made it so that things are more compressed. This is not how I ideally want it. I want it even closer, actually, so that my hands don't need to move around much whenever I'm playing through this. But it's comfy. I like it, having it set up like this. Everything that I do, I'm trying to do like as efficiently as possible, so I'm not like flailing my arms everywhere just to be able to get to the different cymbals or drums or whatever. Oh, and Nathan, I think you actually asked this maybe a week or two ago, but I mentioned it. So Hurt does and paradiddle diddle with the kick on the last two lefts. I think you may have asked this, but somebody did. But you go paradiddle diddle, paradiddle. Etc. So that's a fun one that you can do. Paradiddle, paradiddle, diddle, paradiddle. It's a good one. So that's what I was talking about with on there. And if I didn't have stuff on my floor time, I'd show you some of that. Another one, the Hurt does. So if you play that, but you do it. do all sorts of combinations like... Ew. My foot's a little bit off. Good morning from Brazil. Nice. So, anyways. Welcome on Twitch. Okay, so let's do stretch and massage now. I don't need to be wearing these while I do that. So we're going to do... Yeah? Okay, so we're going to do hands facing up. And then you pull in. And you pull in. And you push out. Ooh-wee. Good little stretch. I need to work on my doubles on the foot. At the end of this stream, I plan on doing that. So I'll do the rebound exercise with doubles split between the snare drum and the bass drum. That's a good way to work on double strokes. Stay tuned. We'll find out here in probably 30, 40 minutes. Next, if you do traditional, rotate and hold there. And then rotate the other direction and hold there. I don't do that anymore. What I'm going to do now is stretch the underside of the tendons. So you could do it here. You could be here. You want to be a drummer. You're searching for a drum kit. Nice. Yeah. Until then, you can practice with your hands. Or however you want. And just kind of drum on surfaces that are not drums. Just takes practice. Get some pots and pans out and bang away on those. Next thing I'm going to do is stretch the top side of the forearm. You could do it like this. You're having a little trouble with Papa Mama coordination. Double stroke. Oh, that's interesting. That's what you call it in Brazil, Papa Mama. Yeah, so here in Arizona, we call it a diddle. So you do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So eventually what you want to be able to do is get it so that you just think of one stroke. So you do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, as opposed to 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So you start off slow and get your brain to think of just one motion. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you slowly get a little bit faster with it. And I have no idea how it sounds on the E8010, especially with this. But double strokes, you can get faster, but you can't think of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Or in your case, as you just mentioned in Brazil, apparently, Papa Mama, Papa Mama, Papa Mama, Papa Mama. So just think, Papa Mama. I guess like that, as opposed to Papa Mama, Papa Mama, Papa Mama. Anyways, that's interesting. I've never heard anyone call it Papa Mama. That's kind of cute. You still can't have the coordination, rebound stick. It just takes practice. You'll get there. Just work on it each day. It's kind of like paradiddles when you first start doing those, and you're like, paradiddle, 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 or paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. Eventually, you're just saying right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. You won't be thinking about each one of the strokes, and you'll get the rebound in time. Let's stretch. So we're now going to do, thumb to thumb. Injured thumb to non-injured thumb. So, I've been playing for 26 years, I think. At least 25. I can't math. So it takes practice to get good. The thing that I played the least is actually drum kit. So, haven't done much of this, which is why I'm working on it. Trying to get my limb independence better, but sharing some of the strats that I have learned from other people who are better than me, and based off of some of the research that I've done on how to get better at drumming. Actually a researcher, not just like a person who's like, yeah, I Googled it, I researched it. Hey, thank you for the follows. We got 2 follows on Twitch. Appreciate ya. Okay, now that we stretched, now I'm going to massage. So I'm going to do thumb on top, fingers underneath, just massaging. And once we finish massaging through the forearm and then the hands, we're then going to get back into the limb independence grind. Just kind of reviewing some fun charts. Getting a wee bit better. That's the goal, at least. Okay, now the next one I want to do, so you do thumb massaging your palm and then the fingers massaging the back side of your hand. Yeah. Can you request a song? Oh, other drummers do that. I do a boring kind of stream where I just share how I practice. So for people who want to ask questions about how to practice or how to get better, then I can show you that. But I don't actually play songs because technically that's illegal for them to do cover songs because they're playing music that they don't own the copyright to. And I don't want to mess with that. As somebody who's had lawyers come after me in the past for copyright, even though I won because I was in the right, I just don't want to deal with that headache. It's so annoying. Six-stroke rolls are awesome for drum set fills too. Yeah, I agree with you. I like six strokes. You can even do like the slurred, like the Vanguard. So it turns into like a five-lit. Those are a fun one to do as well. But there's a lot of cool things you can do for rudimental wise, which is what I mainly play on drum kit. Another small difficulty you have is synchronizing the hi-hat and the... Are you talking about with your foot or with your hands? Almost done. So I'm massaging from base to tip of the fingers with your foot. Okay, interesting. Well, let me show you. So back here, this is linked at the top of the screen. This is my website. It's just got all of my YouTube videos organized nice and neatly into playlists. So these are all free. These are really old videos from like over a year ago, I think, in our old place. It talks about how to develop limb independence. So here's what I'll recommend for you. I'll go through it fairly quickly. Let's see. What might be... Okay, so let's go with disco. So like... Okay, so all you're doing is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so on your hand. Your foot, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. So you're moving it up. So what you'd want to do is start with just one limb. Just this. Then start adding in something else that you are comfortable with. So in this case, the hi-hat. And 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once you get that down, okay, leave that alone. Go back to here so that you're doing a different limb. Till you get comfortable with this. Then try and combine them, etc. Okay, then you can add in another limb. So you can do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, etc. Okay. So that's if you want to just do a basic beat that does not require you changing things around. If, however, you want to actually develop like real limb independence, what you can do is, what's a good one? So, okay, so one of the patterns that Dom has in his book is a V pattern. So you're going here, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so you can use a Julie Spencer technique where you flip your wrist like this. Or you can keep it straight, whatever you want, doesn't matter. Okay, so once you get this pattern down, and you get to a point where you can just like talk while doing it, and not have to think about it, start adding in like another limb like this, or even go offbeat, etc. Then what I recommend doing is actually playing through the permutations that are here. So if we click on this, pause it. Whoops. Pause it. Okay, so these permutations. So you're still going to stick with this pattern. This is what you'd call an ostinato. The ostinato pattern repeats itself over and over. It does not change. Now what I'm going to do is play the first measure that actually has notes. Oops, missed the hi-hat. So we're going to have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so this is the next measure. And then next measure. So moving the bass drum around, that was the first line. The next line where it says 2, so we have, and then we have, so I'm being very methodical with this and like slowly just moving the bass drum around on here, or in your case it might be the hi-hat, foot, whatever, doesn't matter what the limb is. And then the last line, etc. Once you're comfortable with that, playing through these permutations with any kind of permutation, then you can actually go through and read any of these charts, like I'm about to do. So let's say, I don't know, chart 16 through 20. So you take your pattern and that was the first line, etc. Once you do that, you have limb independence with this particular ostinato, and then you work on a different one. Like the one that I started off with was this. And I'm reading short notes on the snare, long notes on the bass drum, etc. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can do that. And again, all of this is kind of covered in this book as some different options, 50 Ways of Syncopation that I talked about at the start of the stream. And then another one if you're more interested in like rock or even like hip hop, under the books here, under drum kit, check out New Breed and New Breed 2 by Gary Chester. So these talk about limb interdependence and that kind of idea of how to like practice it. There's a very quick overview of how you actually work on that to get like, so that you're comfortable with playing whatever hand or ostinato. What's the best way to hit the stick on the cymbals without damaging it and making a cool sound? You're going to damage your sticks, unfortunately. Let me see if I can show you. I tossed them. So I had, like, these are the low volume cymbals. So they have holes drilled in them. That's why you can see my hand through it. So they're not as loud. These, like, turn my sticks into vampire stakes to kill people. But two main ways you can think of it is you either hit with the bead, like the tip of the stick, or you hit with the shaft, so the side of it, like this. So it'll give you a thicker sound if you use that, and it'll give you a thinner sound if you use the tip of it. You can hit on the middle part, you can hit on the edge, which is going to sound more washing, or you can hit on the bell, which is going to give you a brighter, more articulated sound that's not going to resonate as much. But again, it'll sound better on actual cymbals, but unfortunately, like, I can't demonstrate all the different timbres on these because of the low volume cymbals, but my neighbors appreciate that. Hence why I do that. Anyways, since I was demonstrating that pattern for you, let me actually go back here. So this is a little spreadsheet that I've got. So this was fun. We're going to play through that pattern that I was just kind of talking through. So it's the V pattern. And last time I played through this, I played it at 120 and it was technically proficient. So the V pattern, in case you're just stopping in, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. You can do Julie Spencer technique, or you can do normal. You can also fill in as 16th notes. So. And we're going to read all of the patterns with the foot. Okay, so we're going to do this at 120. We're going to try and make it sound a little bit more musical. Whoops. Make so you can actually see the charts. Okay, so straight charts, 120. So it's going to be in this playlist. And I'm going to pick one of the ones you don't have access to yet. Again, this will come out later. New play along releasing every day on my YouTube channel. And they're free. So we go into the timestamps, 120 beats a minute. It's going to count me off. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Chilling. And cool. My mouse keeps sliding. Why? Uh-oh. It like pulled up Windows Calendar. What are you doing there? Okay, let's try this again. All right. And 1, 2, here we go. Again, you can play it as eighth notes. You just got out of the dentist. I saw your comment just now on TikTok. Is your mouth swollen? Are you talking funny? 1, 2, here we go. Oops, read that wrong. Complete content on my channel? Yeah, there's literally over 1,000 free play-alongs. Over 1,000. Free! Linked at the top of the screen. It's all the drumming content I wish I had when I was first learning. 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, and That one's weird. Oops. Alright, when you're playing the top line, you can improvise here. Whatever you want to do. You gotta go play Call of Duty now. I hope you also have a great day. Thanks for stopping in, Nathan, on YouTube. I read that wrong. Ah! Alright, 2 more charts, and then we will try another pattern. Ah! 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. I read that wrong. Alright, last chart. So far it feels fairly comfortable. And again, if you want to change the sound, hit on the bell or hit on the edge, whatever you want to do. Here we go. Read that wrong again. Yeah, so most of the mistakes were just reading mistakes. Whoopsies. All right, so we did it at 120. And overall, it was technically proficient still. I had fun with it. I enjoyed it. Let's do another one. DJ Khaled. Another one. Let's do Hostmish. Okay, so here's a fun one. Baião. Where's Baião? Need to go to your job? It was nice to meet you as well. Appreciate you stopping in on Twitch. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Remember, link up there. There's literally over 1,000 free play-alongs. Help you out with your drumming. Baião. Okay, so we're going to play through this. How fast? 180 was meh. All right, let's try 170. Okay, so we're going to go back here. We got to scroll down to the charts. And we're going to go to the straight ones, 170. We're going to go here. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. And I'll just pick a random number. All right, 21 through 25. Cool. Sounds good. 170. So Baião pattern. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a on the ride. Woo! So that's what the foot's gonna do. And then between the feet, both feet, you go boom, boom, both right, left, right, 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 both right, left, right. While reading the chart on the snare. Oops, wrong button. 1, 2, ready, and. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Yikes. A little rough. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. That was better. Comfier. I'll take it. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Reading errors. Whoopsies. Alright, last 2 charts. 2. Thank you for the follow. Alright, last chart for this pattern. It's feeling a little more comfortable than that first chart. That one was rough. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Okay. Well, it started off rough, but then it got better. So we'll call it meh. Just meh. Making progress, though. Making progress. Okay, now let's do a fun one. So that one was also a fun one, but this one is weird. So the one that I want to do is up here. Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, this one. 14. Okay. What's going on? So, ride pattern. Okay, nothing weird about that, Jared. Yeah, except your feet are gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, while you are playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 on the ride pattern, and you're reading 4, 4 on the charts. Hoo-wee. Weird, right? This one will melt your brain. It's a good one, though. Okay, so I did it at 155. It was musical and fun. Let's try it at 160. All right, so back here, linked at the top of the screen, there's literally 1,000 free play-alongs. We're going to go down to the limb independent stuff, and we're going to do 160 for the charts. And let's pick a random number. 31 to 35. Cool, sounds great. I have no idea how these will sound. Stay tuned. 160. Uh-oh. Again, it'll count you off. You can hear the play-alongs, but I've got it muted because of the timing delay between my microphones. 1, 2, ready, and. Here we go. I'm totally messing that up. Here we go. That was rough. Okay, chart 33. Let's see if it goes better than chart 32. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. That one was actually written in 3, even though you see it written out in 4. I made it so it would line up perfectly with this if you didn't make a mistake with the feet pattern, the foot pattern. Ready, and. Oh, man. My reading is off today. But we're still going with the pattern, so if I hadn't announced it and you didn't have the music up, you might not know it was a mistake. My feet are getting tired. It's like it's been a while since I've drummed. Weird. Okay. I am going to do a wonderful exercise for my right foot in particular. So this one is called Rebound. So if you scroll down underneath the limb independence permutation stuff, if you click on Rebound, instead of playing it as is, where you play alternating, do double strokes. Or as somebody was saying on Twitch earlier, Papa Mamas. So you go snare, snare, bass, bass, snare, snare, bass, bass, etc. until you... My foot's not playing too good right now. So we're going to do that. And we're going to do this with the play along. Last time we did it, which, by the way, this was mostly technically proficient. I had fun with it. Reading errors. Anyways, the last time I played through this particular exercise, let's see how we did with it. So we did it 155 to 159, and it was meh. So let's do 150 and see if that's a little bit better, a little less meh. So again, timestamps, every one of these free play-alongs. You jump to whatever BPM you want. It'll count you off. You can hear whether or not you're rhythmically precise or not. Stop clicking, please. Thanks. 2, ready, and... I tried to do it for 4 measures instead of 2 measures. 1, 2, here we go. Sweet! Again! Rush that. Extra double stroke in there for funsies. All right, 2 more reps. My foot's getting tired. Last rep. A 1, 2, ready, and... Slow. Wee. My foot. So tired. Okay, that's a great exercise. Highly recommend it. We did it 150. It was meh. I mean, it was getting better. Making progress. To 154. Cool. Again, the book that I was using, you can find a link to it. It's called 50 Ways of Syncopation. If you scroll past the chop stuff, scroll past the limb independence and the charts, scroll past the 800 plus grid variations, and you go into the lessons area. Under this very first one, books and gear I recommend, you can find concert snare stuff, a bunch of drum kit books. The one I was using was this one, 50 Ways of Syncopation. Another one that I recommend for rock, hip-hop, etc., New Breed and New Breed 2. Those are both great. And if you're interested in like mallets, rudimental, timpani, the pedal I'm using is this. The sticks that I'm using are the Jack DJnets. I can't speak this morning. And if you scroll all the way to the very top, you can see what kind of microphones I use. So this is the SM7B. And then the one that's right here, that is the NT1000 by Rode. Those are affiliate links, so it does help me out if you use them. I appreciate people using them. But again, all these resources are free if you like it. The only thing I ask is just share it with somebody else. If you don't want to go to the link at the top of the screen, you don't have to. You could go to my YouTube channel. It's just not as neatly organized. Can't sub to myself. But if you go here, don't go to the video tab, because then you'll find nothing. There's like over 1,000 play-alongs, so good luck finding the one you want. Go to the Home tab. Under the Home tab, you just click on the header for drumming content, and it only shows you the drumming stuff, or only the gaming stuff, or only the computer science stuff. YouTube's supposed to be able to filter it out and just only recommend you the stuff you'd be interested in. I don't know how good they are at that. So just go here and click on this, and then boom, you only see all the drumming stuff. Neatly organized, like all the different charts and whatnot that I was just playing through. I'll be working on drum kit again on Friday. I certainly need to practice it some more, but tomorrow I should be doing tenor stuff. We'll see. I was feeling that little split in my thumb from the cut that I got last night. But anyways, I'm going to set up, and I'm going to be doing some Fortnite here in probably about 15, 20 minutes after I finish rearranging everything and moving my desk back. So I appreciate everybody stopping by. We had a few follows on Twitch. We had some engagement on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube. I do appreciate you all. And yeah, YouTube is the main hub where you can find everything. Otherwise, just go to /drum on my website, and that will get you to everything neatly organized here. Anyways, I'm going to call it goodbye.